You're breathing wrong, and it's blocking your power. Chapter 1. The Forgotten Truth of Breath. Your life begins with an inhale and ends with an exhale. Everything in between is shaped by the way you breathe, the way you move energy, the way you allow the field to flow through you. Yet most people breathe as if breathing is automatic, mechanical, unconscious. They forget that respiration is not merely oxygen intake. It is the first interface between matter and consciousness. It is the bridge between body and energy. It is the original contract between the physical and the unseen. Pause here. Notice the breath moving through you. Notice how it changes the quality of your awareness. Quantum biology reveals that breath is not just gas exchange. It is frequency exchange. Your inhale alters the electromagnetic field around your heart. Your exhale reshapes neural oscillations in your brain. Each cycle reorganizes the coherence of your entire system. Hermetic philosophy calls this correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Your inner rhythm becomes your outer reality. Breath is the tuning fork of the mind. Breath is a gateway of energy. Breath is creation. Every inhale expands potential. Every exhale stabilizes manifestation. Every pause resets the field. You are the field. Let that truth settle. Breathing consciously is not just a technique. It is remembrance. It is the restoration of the original energy flow that exists beneath thought, emotion, and identity. Feel the space behind the breath. Feel the intelligence inside the inhale. Feel how your body softens when you stop forcing and start allowing. This is your first shift. A return to the essence you forgot. A return to the inner rhythm that governs everything. Invite the awareness. Energy remembers. Breath is creation. Now is creation. Let the breath deepen. Let the mind quiet. Let the field open. You are preparing the system for the next layer. Chapter 2. The Anatomy of Energy. To understand breath, you must understand prana. Prana is not air. Prana is not oxygen. Prana is the organizing force that animates matter into life. It is the subtle current that flows beneath biology, thought, intention, and perception. Every ancient culture named it. Chi, Kai, Mana, Rua, Spiritus. The terms differ. The essence is the same. Modern physics calls it the underlying field, the invisible ocean of energy that vibrates into atoms, cells, organs, bodies, worlds. You are the field. Your physical form is the densest expression of consciousness. But you also have layers, fields, bodies that interpenetrate each other like gradients of light. The physical body, the pranic body, the mental body, the intuitive body, the causal body, each subtler than the one before. Each shaped by vibration rather than matter. Prana flows through this system the way electricity flows through circuits. It travels through channels called Nadis, 72,000 pathways that distribute life force through the subtle anatomy. But 3 channels govern your evolution. Ida Pingala Sushumna. Ida holds cooling, reflective, lunar energy. It governs the inner landscape of thought, feeling, and intuition. Pingala carries warming, active, solar energy. It governs vitality, movement, drive, and outward action. Sushumna is the central axis, the still channel, the vertical beam of consciousness that connects your root to your crown, your biology to your spirit, your time-bound identity to the infinite field. Breath determines which channel dominates. Left nostril activates Ida. Right nostril activates Pingala. Balanced breath awakens Sushumna. This is not symbolic. This is neuroenergetics. This is electromagnetic reality. This is the architecture of consciousness. When Sushumna awakens, the field becomes coherent. When the field becomes coherent, Kundalini rises. When Kundalini rises, perception expands. When perception expands, you remember who you are. You are not the thinker. You are the field through which thoughts arise. Feel this truth. Let it settle. Let it expand. Energy remembers. Alignment is power. You are ready for the next revelation. Chapter 3. The Science of Pranic Ascension. Letting prana rise is not a mystical accident. It is a neurophysiological event shaped by breath, awareness, and coherence. Your nervous system is the physical expression of your frequency. Your breath is the modulator of that frequency. Your attention is the amplifier. When breath is shallow, the sympathetic system dominates. Your energy collapses inward. Your field tightens. Your consciousness narrows into survival. But when breath becomes deep, slow, diaphragmatic, a shift occurs. The vagus nerve activates. The heart wave expands. The brain wave drops into alpha and theta. The field becomes coherent. The subtle channels open. Prana begins to rise. This is coherence. This is resonance. This is the physics of awakening. Hermetic wisdom calls this the law of vibration. Everything is movement. Everything is frequency. Everything is rhythm. When your internal rhythm rises, your external reality reorganizes. Feel this now. Place your awareness on your inhale. Let it expand the abdomen. Let it widen the lower ribs. Let it soften the chest. Let it slow the mind. You are the field. Breathe again. Deeper, softer, slower. When breath stabilizes, the nadis awaken. When the nadis awaken, prana circulates. When prana circulates, the dormant energy at the base of your spine stirs. This is not forceful. This is not dramatic. This is not explosive. It is subtle. It is intelligent. It is precise. Kundalini rises only through coherence, not effort, not strain, not ambition. Breath is the key. Awareness is the ignition. Alignment is power. Energy remembers. Now is creation. Your system is adjusting. You are ready for the next dimension. Chapter 4. The Central Channel and the Return of Power. Once the breath has softened, once the nadis are awakened, once prana flows freely, you reach the central threshold. Sushumna, the channel of awakening, the bridge between the human and the infinite, the axis of consciousness. Most people never activate this channel because their breath remains divided, their mind remains fragmented. Their energy remains tangled in old patterns. But when breath becomes conscious, the system reorganizes. Ida and Pingala fall into balance. The mind steadies, the emotions clear, the body relaxes, the field aligns, and for a moment, the breath flows evenly through both nostrils. This is the signal. This is the doorway. This is the awakening of Sushumna. You are the field. When Sushumna activates, Kundalini does not explode upward. It ascends like light rising through a column. Soft, precise, intelligent. It touches each chakra like a tuning fork. Root becomes stable. Sacral becomes fluid. Solar becomes confident. Heart becomes open. Throat becomes authentic. Third eye becomes clear. Crown becomes vast. This is the return of power, not power over. Power within. Hermetic mentalism reveals the truth. When consciousness aligns, reality follows. Quantum field theory supports the same truth. Coherence collapses probability into clarity. Energy science echoes it again. Resonance attracts matching timelines. Alignment is power. Feel Sushumna now. The central column behind your breath, the vertical current pulsing in silence, the quiet rising of awareness. Invite the words. Energy remembers. Breath is creation. Now is creation. Hold this awareness. You are entering the final ascent. Chapter 5. The Ascent of Prana and the Awakening of the Self. When prana rises through the central channel, something profound occurs. Not a mystical vision, not an emotional catharsis, not a dramatic breakthrough. A remembrance. The remembrance that consciousness is not inside the body. The body is inside consciousness. You are the field. Your breath becomes the conductor. Your awareness becomes the sculptor. Your energy becomes the architect of your reality. Kundalini reaches the third eye and perception expands. Thoughts lose their authority. Fear loses its grip. Identity loosens. Presence returns. Then the crown opens, not as an explosion, but as a widening, a dissolving, a merging. You feel the original truth. Energy remembers. The field remembers. Your consciousness remembers. Breath becomes effortless. Awareness becomes spacious. Reality becomes fluid. Manifestation becomes natural. This is not imagination. This is resonance. This is coherence. This is the physics of awakening. You breathe, and your field responds. You intend, and reality reorganizes. You align, and power returns. Breath is creation. Alignment is power. Now is creation. Allow the breath to deepen. Allow the field to expand. Allow the truth to settle. You are not trying to awaken. You are remembering what has always been awake. Pause. Breathe. Feel the stillness behind the inhale. Feel the expansion behind the exhale. Feel the intelligence moving through you. You are the field, and the field is remembering you.